Hey everybody, guess what? It is spa day for my Cybertruck. I decided that with the large windshield, it would really be smart to get that tinted. I'm also going to be tinting the windows as well along the sides of the car for all of the doors, just to try to get the look of the tint across the windows pretty much even, because it comes from the factory with this kind of a two-tone look. And also with the large windshield, this will help with the temperature and trying to keep it cool in the summer, which we're about to start here in San Antonio. All right, we're here with Daniel, and he's about to take on the challenge of doing the window tint for the Cybertruck and the front windshield. So tell me a little bit about, what do you expect about doing this, and what do you think about doing the Cybertruck?
I'm very excited. It's actually my first one doing. Very excited. It's going to be a challenge only because I've never done one before, and it is a different process of doing it. Usually we use a plotter to cut out our patterns. This is going to take us hand cutting, and
why is that?
Just because it's such a big piece of glass. The plotter usually is about 40 inches wide. We need a 60-inch. We don't have that, but we're going to make it work. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna do very great with it and be pretty easy for the most part.
All right, so what's the most difficult windshield you've done to date?
Most difficult windshield I have done is a Model X.
Okay, and
Tesla
why
Model
is that
X.
difficult?
Just because of how long it stretches back, and then it has a bar in the middle, so you have to, the install process is a lot more complicated as far as rolling the film on there and making the cut just right.
Okay, so based on that experience and looking at the Cybertruck, do you think this is going to be easier or harder?
I have a feeling like it's going to be easier.
Okay.
Yep, it's just long, so we have to kind of dig deep in there to get the film to lay down right, but yeah, I think it's going to be a little easier.
Okay, and one last question, because I'm getting a lot of questions about this on my channel, is what about windshield tint? Is it legal? How does that work?
Yeah, it's absolutely legal. I mean, when you go darker, of course, it's not legal, but the 70% is a full ceramic, goes on the car clear, you have no issues passing inspection. But you do get a lot of heat rejection out of it, especially with this windshield being so big. It helps a lot, and it also protects your dash, protects your skin more so. But yeah, the 70% works great.
All right, so we're gonna get you to work, and we're gonna see how this actually comes out. So
yes, sir. We're excited.
Good luck. I'm hoping for you.
Let's get it.
So right now what they are doing is they're applying this film. It's a very clear film that is designed to block about 99% of the heat and also the UV. And what they're doing is they have to lay it on the outside of the windshield, and then they use some heat to shrink it so that it fits the curvature of the windshield before they try to install it on the inside. And you might find it interesting to know that there is some curvature to the Cybertruck windshield. Most of the time you would look at it and think that it's completely flat, but it's not. And they have to do this heat treating process to the tint so that it fits and it installs easily on the inside. What you'll see in this clip as they're doing this process is they have something called fingers, and that's where the material kind of bunches up and it doesn't lay flat on the surface. So by the heat treatment, it's shrinking that tint enough to get rid of those fingers, and it allows for the installation. And it's also quite a manual process with the Cybertruck, as we are watching behind right now, because of the size of the glass. And once again, the plotters that they have here aren't big enough for the Cybertruck, so they're having to do it manually. But it's actually proceeding pretty quickly so far, so we'll see how the installation continues and progresses once we get on the inside. right, the Cybertruck is now done. We were able to put on window tinting on the doors and the front little small triangular area, and we did the windshield. Yep. So before we started, you thought this wasn't going to be that bad. What did you think actually doing it?
Actually doing it, it was a little bit more difficult than what I thought.
Okay.
But for the most part, you know, it's always the first time. Always
Yeah.
the first time. Once you get it down the first time, you know what to do the next time. And definitely more challenging than what I thought, but it was fun.
Okay, well, what were the biggest challenging items that you remember?
Most challenging items was the rollout.
Okay.
The rollout of the pattern, just because the pattern's so long.
Okay.
It likes to bow.
Okay.
So you have to keep it straight. If you can't, then of course you get creases and things of that nature.
Okay, so this was on the inside when you were trying to actually put it on for real.
Yep.
And one of the problems that I saw with you guys was the angle of the glass and the
Yes.
length of the dashboard and just trying to reach all the way in there.
Yeah, it's so long. You have to, basically I had to like climb in the dashboard to be able to get down there. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun experience. Feel like we'll definitely knock it out. Next time a lot easier, but yeah.
Well, and one other thing is we had a comparison with the Model X versus the Cybertruck. Now that you've done both, what do you think?
In comparison, they kind of level out, to be completely honest.
Okay.
The only difference with this one, of course, is the dash.
Okay.
The X is the trying to reach over your head to get the rest of it, but they have their cons and yeah. So I would say they're pretty leveled out.
Okay.
At least for me.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you very much for just letting me video while you guys are doing that. I know that's not what you normally do, but but it's cool for people to see what it's like.
Absolutely.
And you guys learned a little bit as well, and I do very much appreciate that.
Yes,
and as you can see with these video images around the truck, the side view looks great because of all of the matching glass, and the front windshield looks awesome as well, and it's going to be really helping with a lot of the heat rejection and just making the Cybertruck, in my opinion, look a lot better. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you too.
All right. Appreciate it. So Lone Star Tint, they're here in just north of San Antonio. This is their link. Take a look at them. They do a lot of vehicles. They also do homes as well.
Yes, commercial, residential as well. Yep.
All right, so look them up. They do great work. And again, thank you very much for helping with the Cybertruck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, take care, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Take it.